Hi guys, so now I'm gonna do the number 5. So convert cm to meter. It's simple, so let me just run through it. If you guys want to do it by yourself, it will be great. If you want to look at my answer first, it's okay, no problem. And value in cm. Double cm. And that is all, I guess. Let's try to run it. And yep, it works great. Okay, now display the square of the value given by the user. So just now I told you can use this code, right? Like math.pow, and you give a value and then you give 2, something like that. But instead of that, you can actually just times value with value. It works the same way. So let's try this way. So double value and enter a value. The values covert is let's see, get a value and then you just times the value with itself. So run. Let's enter 5. The square of 5 is 25. It works. Okay, so now display the square root of the value given by the user. Now there's two choices actually that you can do. First is enter value, then you get the value, and then you can use math square root. So just like math.pi, right? Math.pi will give you a predefined value. Like here, pi will give a predefined value, and e, which is the Euler number, will give a predefined value. If you use square root and you pass a number, like I pass this value, it will return a value that is square rooted. So let's try to run it. So if I enter 25, the value, the value square rooted. I'm not sure is it the right English here, but it's okay. Enter a value 25. The value square rooted is 5.0. But let's say instead of square root, I tell cube root. What if I don't want? I'm not really sure. Do they have like a cube root code or not? But instead of searching for a code like square root, you can actually use pow. How? Well, you can pass a fraction if you're familiar of this in maths. 1 over 3, power of 1 over 3 is actually means you're cube rooting a value. So cube rooted is, by the way, if you do this, let's try to run this first. If you get a value and then the cube rooted is actually that value power by 1 over 3. So if I try to run this, what do you think you will get if I pass 27? Well, the cube root of 27 is actually 3, but I got 1.0. Why do you think so? Well, as I told you before, if I divide an integer with an integer, I will get an integer. And 1 over 3, you'll get 0.333, right? And since both are integers, you will get an integer too. So that 0.333, right? The 0.333 will be discarded. So it's kind of like value power 0, and anything power 0 will be 1. So if I change one of these to 0.0 and I try to run this and I pass 27, I get 3.0. So that's how it works. Okay. Oops. Okay. Now display the multiplication table for the number 2 and 3 using printf. So basically I have to print the first 5 numbers, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, and I need to print it in a table. So let's see how to do that. It's a simple thing, still not a complex one. You print, let's just use a bunch of print statements, but use printf. For decimal, just these 2 and 4, and I can just print this 5 times. I ask you to do this so that you get used to printing out things in a table and using the printf to create a table. So for each of these thing, I kind of like giving 4 spaces, and the d means it's a decimal value or integer, and since I'm using integer, so there's no error. So if I try to run this, oops, oh, you need to give the \n, otherwise there won't be any line break. Try to run this, voila. So I got this is the table. So that's all, and if you could do each of these, you are already good enough to create Facebook. So congrats, and thank you for watching the video.